Ralph Lauren, an American fashion designer, is a successful businessman and the world's 91st richest person. But did you know that Ralph Lauren owns one of the world's most valuable car collections, valued at $350 million? Ralph Lauren stepped down as CEO of Ralph Lauren Films in 2015, but he remains executive chairman and chief creative officer today. His collection of nearly 70 cars include some of the world's rarest autos. In addition to his impeccable fashion sense, Ralph Lauren's automobile collection took center stage alongside the models during the 2017 New York Fashion Week. 1954 Ferrari 375 Plus. After only driving a Ferrari once, Ralph Lauren was captivated. This will be reflected in the article's focus. Furthermore, the first two automobiles we look at are from the 1950s, which is when Lauren established his fashion empire. Only 5 Ferrari 375 Pluses were made in 1954, making it a rare find. This car is a remarkable feat of inventiveness. As an interesting side note, when it came to construction, the man ignored the norms of a set design and instead relied on verbal instructions from Battista Pininfarina. This model was responsible for Ferrari's triumph in the 1954 Le Mans 24-hour race. Lauren's private collection now has the distinction of owning the earliest endurance race car so far. 1958 Ferrari 250 Testarossa. This stunning redhead Ferrari art piece from the 1950s is another Ferrari art piece, translation of Testarossa. The name derives from the red paint that covers the engine cylinder heads, which is an exquisite element of the vehicle. Lauren has number 14 of the 34 such beauties constructed between 1958 and 1961. With it, he obtained one of the most precious automobiles ever produced, second only to the Ferrari 250 GTO. The current value of this car is $8 million, but the cost of procuring one might be significantly higher. One was auctioned in 2011 for the incredible price of $16,400,000. The 1958 Ferrari Testarossa, following the footsteps of its predecessor, won the Le Mans endurance events 3 times. In 1958, 1960, and 1961. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. This car is likewise highly valued and expensive, which should come as no surprise at this point. One model went for $38.3 million, but Ralph Lauren only paid $300,000 for it when he bought it in the 1980s. The starting price is currently expected to be $25 million. Good taste in automobiles can pay off handsomely. It happens again and again. According to legend, Enzo Ferrari modified the 250 Testarossa into a Gran Turismo Omologato GTO in preparation for the 1962 World Sports Car Championship. The iconic 3.0-liter V12 is hidden below a beautiful external shell. Sergio Scaglietti is the man behind the famous physique, who used his views of what had gone before to build something altogether different. The aerodynamics were put to the test in an unorthodox way, with some fabric dancing to the beat of a massive fan. The 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO went on to obtain championship titles in 3 consecutive years, 1962, 1963, and 1964. Jewel Box Garage. Ralph Lauren's Jewel Box Garage contains far more than the rubies mentioned above. 1931 Alfa Romeo 8C 2300 Menza, 1938 Alfa Romeo 8C 2900 Mille Miglia, and 1960 Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase are some of the other red-blooded jewels. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB Nord Spider, Berlinetta, Scaglietti, 1964 Ferrari 250 LM. Only a restricted group of experts are entrusted with the upkeep of his automotive treasures in order to maintain their condition and value. Paul Russell and Mark Rainwald are 2 of the more notable names among them. When it comes to auto repair and preservation, these are some of the most well-known names. Ralph Lauren occasionally shows off his finest possessions to the world. In 2011, he had a show at the Musée des Arts Décoratifs in Paris. L'Automobile brought together some of his most magnificent automobiles. Lauren put on a remarkable display, mixing the worlds of fashion and vehicles in 2017 as part of New York Fashion Week. The runway, which was held in his Bedford garage, featured his autumn collection. The presentation was a tribute to the automobiles that served as muses for many of his creations that propelled him to the top of the fashion world. Lamborghini Reventon Roadster. I've always seen cars as art, moving art, explains designer and car aficionado Ralph Lauren. My Lamborghini Reventon reminds me of an incredibly sleek sculpture or the explosive architecture of a modern master like Frank Gehry. Others collect art, but for me, owning a rare and magnificently designed car offers a different kind of experience. The Reventon is a limited edition work of art as well as a road vehicle with extraordinary qualities. With only 20 units manufactured, it is a design masterpiece, inspired by the newest aeronautics developments. The Reventon Roadster's 12-cylinder engine is one of the world's most powerful naturally aspirated engines, accelerating from 0 to 100 km per hour in under 3.4 seconds and reaching a high speed of 330 km per hour. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.